Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys Mamoswine EX. Mamoswine EX is probably going to be one of my favorite decks in the post-rotation format. Just because of the way you kind of have to set up your Pokemon, all the different stage 2 lines you're running, the different outs you have. I really like this deck and I'm going to show you guys my deck list. First of all, we have 4 Swine Up. We have 2 copies of Pillow Swine. I actually didn't pull any Pillow Swine, so yeah, proxied those. I also didn't pull any Mamoswine, but we're playing 3 Mamoswine EX. Mamoswine has the Mammoth Carry ability that says once in your turn you may search your deck for a Pokemon and put it into your hand. And then the attack, I don't know what the attack is called, but does for 2 fighting energy 180 damage and 40 more for each of your bench stage 2 Pokemon. So if you have 3 bench stage 2 Pokemon, you're actually going to hit for 300 damage, which is pretty sick. So yeah, we're playing 3 Mamoswine, that is your main attacker. We're playing 2 Pidgey. We're actually playing Call for Family Pidgey because you do want to get your basic Pokemon out as quick as possible. Luckily, Swine Up also has Call for Family. You're going to use Call for Family a little more often than you think you would. 1 Pidgeotto, 2 Pidgeot EX. Since we do have to run as many stage 2s as possible, Quicksort Pidgeot EX is a no-brainer. Playing 2 Torchic, a Combusken, and 2 Blaziken. This is our main energy acceleration. Blaziken with its Seething Spirit ability says that once in your turn you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon, and then it also has a pretty okay attack, Smolder Salt, that does for fire and a color does 200 damage. We are actually playing 1 fire energy because against something like a 2-mask Ogerpon you can actually just KO it with Blaziken. We're playing a 1 Flygon line. We're playing the Trapinch with Call for Family, of course, but the Flygon is pretty nice against Cornerstone Ogerpon because Cornerstone Ogerpon, of course, says that the Pokemon with an ability can't attack it, and otherwise we don't have an out to Cornerstone. So I previously ran Greninja EX, but it just found that Greninja was a little too inconsistent with the water energy you had to play, in addition to the fire and the fighting. So yeah, we switched over to Flygon. 1 of Pheasantipede, and a Luxray. Luxray is a super cool ability, Swelling Flash, that says that if you're behind on prize cards, you can actually just bench it from your hand. So yeah, this does count as a stage 2 on your bench, so powering up Mamoswine's attack as well. And in some cases, Wild Charge can be used because we are playing a 1 of Reversal Energy, which we could easily find with Pidgeot EX. That's just for the Pokemon. Moving on to the trainers. Alright, for the Pokemon tools, we are playing a Big Air Balloon, a Rock Chestplate, a Defiance Band, and 2 Technical Machine Evolution. It is a pretty heavy line of tools, but yeah, Big Air Balloon, since our big boy has 4 retreat cost, and Blaziken also has 2, Big Air Balloon, yeah, you kind of just need to play it in case a bench Mamoswine without an energy gets bossed up, and it kind of gets trapped there, so Big Air Balloon. Yeah, we're playing Defiance Band because if we get behind on prizes, and we have only 3 stage 2s on our bench, Defiance Band will actually help the math against Charizard and against Dragapult. So yeah, that can be a pretty important piece. Rock Chestplate, yeah, you take 30 less damage, which could also be pretty important, because if 2-mask Ogerpon has 3 energies attached to it, and Mamoswine has 2, you get knocked out. But with Rock Chestplate, you actually survive with 30 HP, 10 HP. So Rock Chestplate is a pretty strong card. And Technical Machine Evolution, yeah, you want to get your stage 1s. You want to get your stage 1s out as fast as possible, so you don't have to use up all your rare candies. So yeah, and since we are playing that many stage 2s, Technical Machine Evolution is a pretty strong card. For our items, we are playing 4 copies of rare candy, of course. We're playing 2 copies of Ultra Ball, 2 copies of Earthen Vessel, 2 Buddy Buddy Poffin, 2 Go Pokegear 3.0, a Switch, and our Ace Pack Precious Trolley. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious why we play 4 rare candy. We are only playing 2 copies of Ultra Ball since Mammoth Carry does search your deck for a Pokemon. Ultra Ball is just not as important in this deck than it is in other decks. And you also have Quick Search as well, so Ultra Ball is just not as needed. Yeah, Poffin, we are playing Precious Trolley as our Ace Pack, but yeah, sometimes you can't find, sometimes you prize it and you do want to get your basics out, so 2 Buddy Buddy Poffin is at least minimal. Then we're playing Precious Trolley, so yeah, your ideal turn 1. You go second, play Trolley, get your squad out, Team Evo, 2 of your bench Pokemon. That could be Pidgey, Swine Up, Torchic, whatever. And then the following turn you can really pop off with Mamoswine and take a KO. Yeah, since Mamoswine still can get bossed up, and if you don't have your Air Balloon And if you prize your air balloon or you already used it, then switch. You have at least another switch option. 2 earthen vessels because we do still have to find our energy turn 1. And then we're playing 2 Pokegear 3.0s to actually find our supporters. Next up is our supporters. We're playing 4 copies of Arven. We're playing 3 copies of Iono, a Boss's Order, and a Professor's Research. Like I just said, finding your trolley and your technical machine evolution is your main priority turn 1. So we have to be playing 4 Arven. 3 Iono. Iono can also be a great way if you don't get Arven turn 1 to at least find something like a Buddy Buddy Poffin and hope you draw into that. And also just a great disruption, of course, and a draw supporter in later turns. Of course, we're playing 1 Boss's Orders. I consider playing 2, but I just don't feel like this deck really has room for another one. Maybe a second one later once I actually get to play with it more online. Since Journey Together won't be releasing to TCG Live, I think at least until tomorrow or in 2 days. So yeah, 1 Boss's Order for now. And 1 copy of Professor's Research. Since we are playing Pidgeotty X with Quick Search, we can just search our deck for Professor's Research when we actually need this card and just discard our hand and draw 7 new cards. That's it for supporters. Moving on to our stadium. We're playing 1 Pokemon League Headquarters. This card is especially good in the Terra Box matchup. And yes, I don't have a real Pokemon League Headquarters. This is just a proxy. I just can't find one. For our energy, we are playing 6 basic fighting energy, a fire energy, and a reversal energy. So yeah, we are playing 6 fighting energy. Of course, Mamoswine takes 2 to attack. So yeah, manual attachment and the ability from Blaziken will charge up your Mamoswine ready to attack. So 6, I played 5 before and a water energy for Greninja, but I do feel like 6 is way more consistent than 5. Then we are playing the fire energy for Blaziken. Like I just said, Blaziken can be a great way to take KOs on smaller basic Pokemon EX. And then we also are playing a reversal energy for Luxray. So yeah, that's my Mamoswine EX deck. Make sure if you like the video to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. And make sure to let me know what you think of this deck. Like I just said, in my testing, this was one of the most fun decks I have played in a while. It is a little bit slower. So yeah, if you try this deck out once it is ready to be played online, don't be discouraged when you see that it does take a while for you to set up. It could take 2 to 3 turns. But yeah, the Mamoswine deck, it does seem pretty strong. In my experience testing, the only real bad matchup you have is Terra Box, because they can take out like 2 of your little guys turn 2, and since you do want to go second, chance of them doing it is actually super high. So yeah, that's the only thing really holding this deck back, at least from what I've played. It does feel pretty consistent. Maybe if once Sacred Ash gets released, you actually want to play a Sacred Ash instead of nothing. But yeah, for now I'm not playing any recovery. It's kind of a little bit risky, but yeah, for now it does feel fine. So yeah, let me know what you think of this deck, and I'll see you in the next one.